Hi there, good afternoon. Raghu here. Now, today I just wanted to cover how will be the next week's Nifty and Bank Nifty overview and what should be the plan for tomorrow. Now, what you're seeing currently is a Nifty weekly CPR. Now, this was last week's CPR and inside CPR, and I had said that we might have a trendy move where a decision might be made by buyers and sellers. So a decision has been made. Looks like that market has gone up. And in fact, if you have gone through my previous video on Thursday, I had informed for Friday, most probably it will be a tight range bound day or market will move up. And I had cited the previous buying areas where after market taking support at the strong previous buying area, market was supposed to see buying, and that's exactly happened on Friday. And also if you observe, okay, just plainly, okay, let me remove the CPR as well. If you just see the naked charts, so this is hourly time frame. I just wanted to call out some key important things. Okay, this was the range where Nifty was moving in, and on Friday it's marginally tried to break, but we don't see whether it, I mean, a strong candle, hourly candle breaking this range. Nevertheless, an attempt of break has been made, so we will see how it will play out tomorrow. So I just wanted to call out that Nifty is at the top of the range. The range is since November 1st, and tomorrow will be November 15th. So if you consider this range, it is almost at the top of the range, and tomorrow I had already informed uh, that if you observe for last several weeks, observe these things, guys. Since May, I think, yes, I had highlighted since May. Okay, anyway, 2nd July, this is the red line is the central pivot, and price slightly above central pivot, and next day it had a gap up. Similarly, likewise, this was a Friday. Mind you, 2nd July was a Friday. 31st July was again a Friday where it's above the central pivot and marginally around 20 daily moving average. This is the Bollinger Band. So prices are at the center of the median of the Bollinger Band. So on Monday, we had a gap up, slight gap up. And the next one was on October. This is again above central pivot where market was dropping, and near central pivot we have a doji kind of Friday, and the next day was a gap up and market tried to move on Monday, Tuesday. So you can observe here the previous 2 days went down, strong buying, and then you need to you need to watch out these selling areas. See here, selling areas, then take support at pivot. 3-4 days selling areas, and then take support at the central pivot daily time frame. Selling areas take support. Now what has happened on Friday? So we saw selling, then a green, another strong red candle on expiry, then on Friday a support. But the only difference here is 20-day moving average is little far away, but however, nevertheless, the price has taken support near the previous buying area, which was the daily central pivot, and marginally it has closed about 20-day moving average. This 20-day daily moving average has a significance among the trading community, and based on this, if you just observe plainly, remove this, what do you see? The top was a resistance. You can see on the left hand side as well. So tomorrow, if there is a gap up, and if it sustains, definitely you can see level 18,196, 18,200, which again, most of you know that even last week we had informed that if market breaks the range, 18,200 is in the vicinity and it can easily achieve it. Above 18,200, can it move? Then we need to further break down the time frame. Okay, so I'm going to remove the pivots here. Okay, this is the naked chart. So when you see the naked charts, okay, definitely yes, 18,200 is here, right? You can watch 18,200 comes here, and if it breaks 18,210, there's all possibility that market can go up to 18,264 and then 18,340. Can it be captured on the 15 minutes time frame levels? Okay, I'll make it 1 minute. On while you learn, this is the point. So whatever I'm doing, it is not, I'm preparing and I'm analyzing along with you. So don't get bored, watch till the end. See why this was the opening candle. Okay, an opening candle of any day, let it be on any time frame, will always act as a resistance or support when prices are moving up or falling from the bottom. All right. See why this is a decision area. On 27th October, we had last 30 minutes of 15 minutes of inside bar. Usually an inside bar means price has paused and it should reverse. But rather than that, it made a decision to go down next day from opening. So this is an important area, which is at 18,190 where price can move up. Now this level where after the inside bar price went down, right? This level again will act as 18,260 will act as a crucial resistance for price to move up. If 18,261 is taken out, then definitely price will try to achieve 18,300. So when you see this sideways candle, so you need to be flexible. Okay, you need to be subjective rather than being objective. So all this sideways moves can act as a strong resistance upside. So market may reverse somewhere here itself, 18,300, 18,320 or 18,340. Now you need to watch the price action while doing it, but generically this looks like the border. Beyond that, it might break upside. So for tomorrow, the ranges are here. If price sustains above it, all right, the height is this one. Let me alter the levels now. This is a 15 minutes time frame. This will become the new resistance, that is previous day high, Friday's high. And then this one, after a doji, market has made a decision. Okay, this is one decision point. Can this be a decision point? We don't need this. The levels are here. This, it has left a gap fill. Okay, now usually gap fill can also act as a support. So this area, why this person is marking such a big area? Watch, we have a strong selling zone which has broken the entire area, but while coming back we have double top facing the resistance here where market made a decision. I mean the sellers made a decision to take the price down and test the next level. Now in this area we saw a strong buying, and after buying, this was the same area where price faced resistance on Thursday. This was on 11th, yes, Thursday. And on Friday, price comes down. See the left hand side. Do you see from here? There's a lot of clutter. So this entire area will act as a support. Below this, it can come down here and take support and then go up. But this is an area of how many points? 17,921, 17,894. Around 25 to 30 points. This is the strong support. Now these are the levels for you for Monday. 15 minutes time frame. We have a strong momentum on RSI. Have I marked all the levels? Mind it, this is all scalping levels as well as 15 minutes levels, right? This one also can act as support. Now, if this breaks, price will come here. If this is broken, price can come here or here. Okay, you have a small clutter here. This is how price will move. So where do you have the highest risk to reward? In this area? No, above this area. Below this area, I have a scalping opportunity. Definitely it's going to test this. Below this is where you have a big opportunity to trade, where safe traders can go there. Now, is this an absolute levels? Not exactly. Market is always subjective, but these are the levels where market has made decisions. See, this was acting as a resistance. There was a gap up comes down, market made a decision here. It has left a little bit of gap here. So any gap will act as a support. So based on a culminative decision making of the buyers and sellers, I have drawn these levels. We'll make a separate video on how these levels work. Now, if you want, you can observe. I'll just open once again how Friday acted on these levels. So we have modified there. Now this is the not modified version of Friday. So 5 minutes version. Oh, I'm sorry. It is already modified. Never mind. You can watch a previous video to watch the levels. The levels were pretty accurate, and market acted exactly as it behaved near the previous decision-making areas. That is one point. Now, when it comes to weekly outlook, how does the weekly outlook looks? Okay, this is our weekly CPR. In the weekly CPR, we have after inside CPR, we have a descending CPR where the price is near the range. Now this, I beg your pardon, ascending CPR, which means market has tried to move up because of Friday's move, not rocket science. But again, if you watch to your naked eyes, we have a resistance at the high of Friday. Now, if Friday's high is taken out and price tries to move up, I have given you the levels. These are the levels price can go up to 18,190, 18,252, and above 18,252, it can attempt 18,300. Remember these areas. But overall weekly outlook, since the CPR is not too wide or not too narrow, we might expect some kind of moves similar to last week, up and down. But my bias would be on the upside. If Friday's high is taken out, it will try to attempt 18,300 in the short term. Now this is the daily CPR for tomorrow. The daily CPR, again, when you watch the overall trend, although it is at the high of the range, it is still a range bound. You don't have a clearly an ascending CPRs or a descending CPR. What I mean ascending CPR is a continuous 2-3 ascending CPRs to identify the trend like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you expect downtrend, it is downtrend, or you have market coming down. See, 1, 2, 3. This is, you have a trend from top to down. Similar to here, this is descending, this is ascending. See, the central CPR can clearly show you a trend without any trend lines or anything. Now here, do you see the intraday trend? Yes, definitely the intraday trend. You need to observe the short-term trend on 15 minutes and hourly, it is upside, but still it is in a range. Market is trying to break out, and we have a wide CPR for Monday. So wide CPR means usually range bound movement, but understand if price opens above R1 with a gap up of 18,179, you know 18,200 is the near target, 200, 260, and 300. So you need to watch out those levels. Don't blindly go and invest your money on the long just because it has broken out. You need to watch the price action. So ideally, I would like to see if a gap up and then coming down and testing the previous high, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. If the previous high or the range, what I mean is this one, guys. This is very important. Most of the people trade breakout as well as testing. Breakout, high risk, high reward. But a test, already you can see a test on 5 minutes, but tomorrow if there's a gap up, coming down and testing and sustaining this level, I think positionally we can go long in Nifty for 18,300, 200 points up. Now beyond that, I don't know, 18,200, see here. 18,300, 350 can act as a strong resistance, but at least in short term, we can target, okay, it might hit 18,300. So that is my view on Nifty. Are within S1, R1 pivots, you have to watch the price action levels. So the way you need to work is, yes, above R1, below S1, smart money enters, but within that smart money, do you see any established price action, resistance, or support? Now, those levels you need to watch out. If you don't see a strong established resistance or support above R1 or S1, you need to go long. Similar to how we traded on Friday. Not sure how many of you made money on Friday. Friday by 10 a.m. I had made 7,000, and until 2 p.m. I could not trade. But after that I made at 9,500 and closed my trade. But this was the range breakout. What is this? This is a day high. So always understand a day high or a day low is a crucial level, and they can also be considered as pivot. What do you mean by pivot? Pivot means a turning point. Now at this turning point, you saw a doji bar and then market made a decision to go down with a red, but the immediately next green bar and breaking out was your clue to go long. How this would have been identified with pivots. When you go to pivots, this was R1, price was always above R1 after coming down and giving this sharp reversal pin bar. This was a R1 pivot. See, there was a lot of clutter, and usually any pivot follower would know that, okay, yes, above R1, this is my safest entry because your stop loss is very few points. Around how many points? 63, 51, 13, 14 points, not even 14, it's around 12 points. 10, 12 points was your stop loss. What was your gain? Your gain was big, around 100 points. Even 70,850C had given around 100 points move, where you could have made money, nice money. Now, how this would have acted on Cambrilla pivots? Now, Cambrilla pivots, the way you need to work with Cambrilla pivots is identifying the levels. Time and again, I have shared how Cambrilla pivots work. In Cambrilla pivots and pivots above R1 is always a breakout. But when you have a confusion like this, what is a confusion? Above R1 price did not sustain, so you have a high. Now, this high needs to be broken for any further movement till R2 pivot or beyond. We have a pivot target. But when you see Cambrilla pivot, although price did not sustain above R4, R4 is a breakout. Now this level was R1 and R4, very close levels. Now this R1 and R4 and the previous day high is at the conjunction. So the pivot is a price action formula, and it has captured the previous day price action where market made a decision to go down. Now price is trying to sustain about this. This was the stronger level than this one, because yes, here it made a decision to go down, but prices are reversing. So this was the pre-established level where market made a decision to go down, and above R4 you were supposed to go long, and above R5 or H5 this is again a breakout. So market gave nice trendy moves. That's all from my end, guys. The way I'm trying to explain the pivot analysis is along with the levels. I'm trying to show you how my thinking and preparation would be for tomorrow. Since I'm a working professional, I won't be able to trade like a full-time trader, but it gives me an idea where price can move, whether we are in strong uptrend, whether we are in strong downtrend, etc., and then make a decision. Little lengthy video. Hopefully, if you don't like it, I'll cut the videos and just give you the views and levels. But please do comment if the video is too lengthy. Thank you. Have a great Sunday.